Impact. 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 In fact, my hustle is intact. In fact, my hustle is intact. In fact, my hustle is intact. My muscle tough as the hustle, the numbers is just that. And I'ma keep winning and sit back. I love the feeling of killing them with that. Attacking the process, tackling topics, master synopsis. This the residual impact, yeah.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your man, Brandon Gio.
And your boy, Jamichael Moore.
And we are the Residual Impact Podcast. Here we inspire others to find the greatness within themselves.
And apply it to their communities.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful, beautiful.
What's poppin', man? How's your week?
We here, B. I'm tired. I'm not going to lie to you, B.
You tired?
I'm a little tired. I'm tired.
Hey, it's okay. It's a part of life, man.
So
why are you so tired?
Well, I worked a little bit more this week. I actually put myself in the 9 to 5 grind.
Ooh.
And I see why people don't like the 9 to 5. But yeah, I mean, I did increase my hours at work this week, trying to be more hands-on.
Right.
And I'm learning a lot more different things. So this is another reason why I'm increasing my hours. And then, like I said, it goes hand in hand with the thing that I'm not mentioning yet, but it's a reason behind it. So yeah, it's been a little different this week.
I understand that.
So, but I guess, like you say, it's a part of life. Hey, the grind.
Yeah, man. Hey, no taking naps, brother.
Come on, man. Gotta have naps.
Nah. Listen.
I am pro nap. Pro nap.
Yo, check this out. I'm pro nap too, right?
Uh-huh.
However, this is grind season. That's exactly what it's grind season, all right? Mm-hmm. Now is the moment where we can do what we have to.
Yeah. So
that we can eventually do what we want to.
Message.
Preach. Nah, that's real.
So no taking naps, man.
That's
you can
real.
sleep when you laying down on the long haul.
Man.
When you're ready to go to the upper room. You understand? The upper room.
Come on, man. It's old school right there. Nah, I feel on that. But man, come on, man. What about a nap here and there? Be like, we all need just to.
Hey, yo, check this out. Are your bills taking naps?
Ooh, they sure ain't. Man, they on time. They let me know ahead of time.
Yeah.
They never stop. Nah.
When that direct deposit hits your account, are the bill collectors taking naps when they have to take that money from you?
Nope. They very disciplined with it.
Yeah.
Nah, for real though. That's facts. B. You right. This is grind season, man. We ain't no time to sleep,
Nah, no time to sleep, man.
Man, but
even though the cold air that you stay having in here, does not help the situation. Like I'm tired as it is too.
Maybe that cold air keeps you up though. Think about it.
No, cold air puts me to sleep.
Oh, interesting.
Listen. In the wintertime, I know people be sleeping in flannel. Put me in some basketball shorts and a t-shirt. That's my PJ set year round. Only when it's like freezing cold, I throw on the flannel. But other than that, shorts and a t-shirt, I'm good.
You good? See, I like to keep warm. If I'm warm, then I'm good. Then that's when it's like, all right, put me to bed. I'm asleep. But when it's cold, I'm up. I can't go to sleep.
Nah, not me, man. Not me.
Interesting, man. To each his own, I guess.
To each his own.
Well, how was your week, B? How was the week?
Man, my week was pretty much grind mode. Yo, like, straight up. I work multiple 10-hour shifts throughout the week. Oh, my God. That's my 9 to 5 grind. So I know firsthand why people don't really like the 9 to 5. But it's okay because, you got to do what you have to do. And again, I can't help but reiterate the fact that you have to do what you need to do before you can eventually do what you want to do.
Yep.
That's pretty much the mindset that I'm in now. Like I'm doing what I have to at the moment, just because that's what I got to do. The bills don't stop. The grind don't stop.
Nope.
I'm working nonstop. And when I'm not working at my job, I'm working on editing the podcast.
Yep.
So I don't really have much of a life at the moment, but it's all good because eventually it's going to get to the point to where we're going to have everything on autopilot.
Come on, B.
And if we want to work, that's when we'll work. You understand?
Come on, B.
But yo, like, I love doing this. I love, recording for you guys. I love, definitely the feedback we've been getting is amazing so far. So y'all are definitely the reason why we continue to do this.
Not for real though.
So no matter how long it takes me to edit an episode, And keep in mind, we're doing both audio and video.
Yep.
But no matter how long it takes for me to edit an episode, I do it for y'all. I do it because I know in the end it is worth it. And like we stated last week, this message that we constantly put out, or these messages that we constantly put out, are pretty much going to be here maybe even after we're gone, as long as it remains on these company servers.
Yeah. And I think this week we got some exciting news as far as, I think it said we had a sponsor.
Whoa.
Sponsor alert. Sponsor alert.
Yo, so, we were only like 6 episodes in, and I was getting ready to upload number 7.
Come on, B.
And we got hit with a sponsor alert.
Like, that right there in itself is like a milestone right there.
That just goes to show that the hard work is paying off.
Yeah, it does.
Price went up. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
And we just gotta stay consistent. Like you said, grind mode. This is what in the times where you say we gotta do what we gotta do so that we can do what we want to do later. Yeah. This is that time period. And I think we're beginning to see the fruits of it. We ain't even really got to the real fruit yet, but we beginning to see the fruits. Because I ain't lie, that really made me happy to see this week.
Yo, tell me about it. And it was definitely good to see, everybody congratulating us for hitting that milestone. And I'm thankful.
Yeah.
Because again, I mean, we've said this before, but we literally started with 0.
Yes.
We started with nothing.
Nothing.
No followers, no sponsors.
Nope.
Barely any equipment.
Yep.
I mean, when we first thought about doing the podcast, we were going to just record on our phones. Like, we were going to open up the recording app on the phone and just record audio that way. We didn't know how we were going to do video, but we were just going to make it happen.
Had no mics, no nothing. No.
Nothing. We had to order everything that, that we have now.
Yep.
We just had computers and phones.
Yeah.
Which is enough. Again, like if you guys
enough.
are really thinking about starting a podcast of your own, your cell phones are enough. Your smartphones are enough. Mm-hmm. You got Bluetooth headphones. You got plug-in headphones, whatever you have. Like you can use those headphones as your microphones. Mm-hmm. You don't have to necessarily go out and spend money on a USB mic or an XLR mic. You don't need all of that to start with.
Yeah. And get creative. Like your mind, dude, is one of the most powerful things you have. I think that's one of the things that we really utilized was our minds.
Yeah.
And just getting creative as far as thinking of content or ways that we can just start.
Correct.
And just go for it. Just go for it.
And it's amazing, man. It's definitely amazing. And I'm so glad that we have embarked on this journey.
Yes.
8 episodes in.
8. Ocho.
Man, we are definitely here.
Yeah, man.
Getting that much closer to 10.
Not for real.
Which brings us that much closer to 25.
Ooh.
One day we'll be talking about we're on episode 100.
Not for real. 150.
Sheesh.
200.
Oh my God!
Yo, that's a lot of episodes. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Nah, for real, man.
But overall, just like creating the content, that we have so far, being able to just edit after we shoot our episodes, it's been amazing. Mm-hmm. And, it's definitely good to be able to edit the video and the audio even after I'm working. But, just to say that's pretty much a job in itself.
Yeah.
I can say that. And when I'm not working on my regular job throughout the day, I'm working on the podcast in the evening. So it's a lot of work, but I'm grateful for it. And I can understand, why you say you can use a nap right now because we have definitely been putting in long hours at work this week so that we can continue to make these dreams a reality, man.
Speaking of the week, man, I heard some this is news, but it was part of everyone's life. As I guess you can see how much social media has become a part of our lives. Mm-hmm. Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, we're experiencing outages for apparently about 6 hours throughout the day.
Sheesh.
And I never really thought of how much disruption that would cause amongst the community and, people.
Yo, me either, man. And I heard about that, but I was at work when it happened, so I paid no mind to it. Mm-hmm. Granted, I can't really have my phone like that when I'm on the job, but I mean, shoot. I wasn't on social media that day until the end of the night. And by that point, Instagram was already up and running.
Yeah.
But I saw so many people on the Instagram stories talking about it, making regular posts talking about it. Mm-hmm. And it just dawned on me, like it clicked how important social media is in these people's lives, like in so many of these people's lives.
Tell you, it has become literally a part of our lives.
Yo.
Like, when it happened, I noticed it. I think I was trying to check our Instagram on the podcast, and I thought something was wrong with the internet. It just kept saying couldn't refresh. So I paid no mind to it. You know, I went back on about my business, and I didn't think about it until later on in the day, and then the stories came out. But for me, it disrupted my day just a little bit because I'm like, okay, I can't do what I need to do, but it didn't really take a part of my day out. But then when I started talking to other people, they was like, yo, did you see how it went down and everything? They was like, yo, I didn't have nothing to do. I was bored. And that was
bored?
Yeah, I'm like, that was very interesting to me. They said they were bored.
Boy, if you don't get...
Now, what is your take on that, B? Is like to say that a social media app is down, that now they're bored. That to me was a very interesting thing to say off of an app that wasn't even here 15 years ago.
I honestly don't want to put too much into my response for that because we already touched on social media a couple episodes ago. Mm-hmm. However, that just proves a lot of what we mentioned in that episode.
Yeah.
And for those of y'all who are listening and watching, if you don't know what we're talking about, please go back a couple episodes. I believe it was episode 6 where we discussed social media.
Yeah.
So go back and take a listen to that, hear everything that we had to say. And, you know, with that being said, man, it's just, it blows my mind to know how many people like rely on social media on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Like it's an addiction, man.
It is.
The people who designed these apps really knew what they were doing to mess with people's heads. Mm-hmm. They really knew what they were doing. Mm-hmm. Like, I think they had so many professionals, not only to design the apps, but they had professionals work on ways to keep people addicted.
Yep. But you don't even know you're being addicted. That's the crazy part about it. Because there are times where I'm on it and I'll get on it to do something constructive as far as podcasting, but I'll find myself getting stuck in that scroll hole, like you said. And it's very interesting how I don't even mean to do that, but it will happen. And I got to kind of snap out of it. Whoa. Yeah. Like, hold on, wake up.
I catch myself doing that sometimes too. Like, I'll go on Instagram to look something up, something particular that I just can't go to Google to search, but I know I saw it on Instagram before. Like, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I saved this. Next thing you know, as soon as I pull up Instagram, it's on my Explore page. I'm like, oh, that's a nice car. Like, dang, dude got a lot of money. Like, yo, that's a fly house. Yo, dang, she's cute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like random stuff like that. And I just be scrolling. Because I like a lot of like luxury content on IG. So, you know, we've talked about this before, how nothing but watch ads pop up on our feeds. Like, I'm starting to get a lot now because I look at, you know, luxury watches on IG and stuff like that. So they are really targeting me.
Oh, of course. They heard the podcast too. They said, okay, I got you, brother.
Y'all still need to sponsor us, man.
Come on.
Imagine if that's the next sponsor to come through, though.
Ooh, come on now.
Listen, I'm ready to change it up just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get us.
We will rock it.
We will definitely rock it.
Come on now.
Get us a nice watch or two. You know, we'll gladly shout y'all out. We know you're listening.
Yeah, we know. Come on.
We know you're listening. So hook us up with the watches.
We here.
But like straight up, man, I'll just be double tapping on mansions and cars and watches and stuff like that. And all on my Explore page. So whenever I open up the app, like pretty much all that I see, and I just can't help but scroll. It's like, yo, that looks nice. That looks nice. That looks nice. I would love to have that. I can't wait till I can get that. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, what am I doing it? Like, why did I open Instagram? Like, why?
You got to snap out of it.
You got to snap out of it.
Sometimes, man, I just find myself, I have to literally just close the app and throw my phone, like put it down.
Yeah.
For me just to really snap out of it. Because you don't realize how much of an impact that it has on you. But,
that's crazy.
As I was reading, you know, news about, you know, this whole outage thing, they said, you know, Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, they said on that Monday that it happened, he lost around $6 billion.
Oh, hell no!
Repeat that again, y'all, so y'all understand what I just said. $6 billion with a B.
That's billions with a B, right?
On Monday. We over here tripping about the electricity bill of $200. Man lost $6 billion on Monday. And it also said the company itself slid almost 5%, also after some other news from an employee that came out about some other news. So this man lost $6 billion for 6 hours of outages. So he lost pretty much $1 billion every hour that it was down.
Dang.
Wow.
And the worst part about it is $6 billion to him might just be like a splash of water in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like the overall grand scheme of things, and it probably ain't even hurt his pockets.
Nah, he good. He's still good. He's still a billionaire. That's crazy. You can lose billions and still be a billionaire.
Dang, yo, like.
Come on now.
I don't even want to think about that. Like, sheesh.
Man.
Must be nice.
I'm saying. But I guarantee he had to be freaking out a little bit or something.
I'm sure.
Like, apparently that's something big. You don't ever want to see a company. People look at you look at it as a business owner, you look at your business as a baby. Well, his business is probably a full grown adult, but you look at it as your child. So that never really realized how much of an impact that has on this world, social media and everything.
Yeah, that is true. It's just it's crazy, like just dealing with technology these days. We're so infatuated over pictures on somebody's feed.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about this briefly before, but regarding pictures, everybody wants to show like the best of everything.
Of course.
You don't necessarily see the hard times or the harsh realities of somebody's life because you're seeing their best foot forward in every single picture. And it's understandable. That's what people want to display. But speaking of pictures,
what you got, B?
I heard this story a couple days ago regarding a photographer who was tasked by a friend of his to take wedding photos for him. Of course, the friend just got married.
Okay.
So the friend paid this photographer $250, but the photographer was actually being kind of petty in the sense that he deleted all of the wedding pictures that he took because he was not allowed to get a plate at the wedding.
Oh, Lord.
Nor was he allowed to leave the wedding to get his own food.
What?
So he was like, oh, y'all want to be petty? I'll show you petty. You want to be funny? I'll show you hilarious. And he deleted all their pictures.
Oh.
Right in front of them.
Oh, gosh. He said, I'm going to match y'all petty.
Right. No, he said, I'm going to go above and beyond. Like, I'm going to go higher. Like, y'all want to be level 2 petty? Let's meet me at level 10 because I'm about to go there.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Man. Why not just give my man a plate? Like, it's food there.
Yeah.
Okay, I can understand, of course, you have budgeted out, plates. I know you count the number of heads you're going to have at the wedding. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to have some extra food there. Yeah. Whether it be one thing, a roll or something, you got something extra. Why not just give my man something and he done took y'all pictures? Like, why have him starving?
Right. And you're already like trying to cut corners to pay the photographer $250, which is an amazing deal for wedding photos. Because I think wedding photographers, I don't want to, quote the price wrong, but I'm sure it's nowhere near $250.
It's way more than that, yo. Man, what? When I was around the time when I was thinking about I'm married.
What did he say?
When we was thinking about a wedding, let me correct. I am married.
Right, this.
Let me correct that.
He loves you very much. You're an awesome woman. He cherishes the man.
Gotta put this out there. This is gonna be his own clip right there. But when we were thinking about doing a wedding, that was one of the things that we looked into. And I want to tell you, it started off at like $500 and up. Like, there was nothing lower than $500 that we seen. So for them to get $250, man, what?
That's a steal.
What? And you can't give my man a biscuit? He just wanted a biscuit, B.
A chicken wing and a biscuit.
Come on now, a biscuit. You telling me? Hold on now. They couldn't give my man some water. He couldn't get no water, B.
I'm sure he had water.
But
you can't, okay, if you're hungry, you're not just gonna be like, oh, let me just drink a whole bunch of water and I'll be fine. Some people might be able to do that, but he's not some people.
But then again, it's like, then you say, was he a friend?
He was a friend.
Now, you, as a friend, you can't give him something to eat, though? Is he really a friend then? Or, that's what I would ask, is he really a friend?
I don't know, man.
Cause that's a little harsh, man.
That is extremely harsh. Now, I'm not married, but I know for a fact, like, whenever I do get married, sure, you know, you're doing a favor for me, even though I'm paying you good money. I mean, if I'm at least not going to give you a plate, go ahead, go get your food.
Yeah.
Come right back. But, come on, I'm not going to deny you a plate and still deny you the ability to go around the corner to the nearest store to get you something to eat, like a bite to eat. Like, come on.
Nah, man, you better stay here and take these pictures. If you hungry, wait till we done and then you go home.
That's messed up, bro. Like, I couldn't see myself doing that.
Yeah, that is ultimate pettiness. I mean, that's a little bit selfish, but maybe they thought, hey, he was gonna eat before he came.
Even still, like, weddings could be a long process, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the last wedding I went to, it was pretty much all day. You know, I mean, not all day, but it was the ceremony, and then of course you had the reception.
Right.
And the reception was just like a huge family reunion.
They done went through the whole process of a ceremony, the reception and everything, and now they don't have any footage of any of that. And it ain't like you about to go through the whole thing again to be like, yo, come up real quick and come shoot these photos for us. So that's not going to happen. You done invited family over. People done probably came into town.
Yo.
Like, that's crazy to think about.
The only thing you could hope for is that the family actually got some decent photos because the photography,
yo, it's gone.
The official photos are gone.
Man, like, now that I think about it, that was a little savage. That was a little savage. Okay, maybe a lot.
Like you said, man, ain't nobody about to call everybody back like, yo, we doing this one more time just so we can get the photos.
Like, everybody done ate pretty much, I'm guessing, by now.
Right.
So they full.
Right.
They late. They probably ready to go home take a nap now.
You in this nap stuff, man.
Hey, man. Gotta take nap. I'm pro nap. Yo, I'm gonna start a hashtag.
Pro nap.
Pro nap.
Listen, it's grind season.
It is.
Even the photographer knew that.
Nah, facts. So
he was like, yo, give me a plate because I've been out here grinding with y'all all day.
For real.
Taking pictures of y'all.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna deny me a plate? A plate?
Plate? He be like, bro, I don't even do this. I take pictures of dogs and cats all day.
Right.
I salute my brother, man. You right. It's grind season. I still like naps.
Yo, that really just makes me think that the groom should have just been grateful for the photographer's time.
It makes sense.
Because, yeah, he denied him a plate. You can get food later, right? As terrible as that situation was, the photographer still would have been able to get food. He was getting paid for taking those pictures.
All right.
He could have just got food later. But the groom should have just been happy that the photographer just took time out of his day to take photos for him. It was a request.
Not for real.
He's not even like a photographer that does weddings. He takes pictures of groomed dogs. You know, he went out of his niche. He went out of his element to do a favor for you.
That's real.
So I just think it has a lot to do with gratitude and a lot to do with the lack thereof in this situation, because all the groom had to do was just pay up and give him a plate.
Just give him a biscuit, B. That's all he wanted was a biscuit.
I'm sure he wanted more than a biscuit.
That's all I would want. Biscuit will hold you.
For shooting the whole event the entire day, getting, pictures of the groom, getting pictures of the bride before everything, hair, makeup, the bridesmaids, the groomsmen, all the guests arriving. I mean, when I was a teenager, I used to work for weddings, Like, I remember, at my church, my job was to lock off the elevators to get the bride upstairs so that she can get ready, for the ceremony so that nobody can see her. When all the guests arrived and even the groom, like the groom couldn't see her before the wedding, none of that stuff. I had to control the elevator. I was 14 and I used to get paid $20 a wedding. So to a 14-year-old, that was good money.
Oh, that's good money.
But it was a long process. Just being able to see everything kind of like behind the scenes of the wedding. Like, it's a grueling process. It's a long process. It's a long day. So to have to go through all of that as a photographer, taking pictures behind the scenes, and then all of a sudden you get denied food. You're getting paid less than a normal wedding photographer, and you don't get a plate, nor do you get to leave. Come on, son.
Force.
Where they do that at?
Apparently at their wedding. Apparently.
Listen, the groom should have just been grateful that his friend was doing him a favor.
Yeah.
And just giving him some food.
Yeah.
More than just a biscuit.
Biscuit would have been nice, though. Speaking of gratitude, I think that's what we need more of. It's power behind gratitude.
Right.
I cannot remember the lady's name, but around when I was the age of 22, my life started to shift when I realized the power of gratitude and how you can ultimately like turn a lot of things around with just thinking about the things that you're grateful for.
Right.
Because one of the things that somebody taught me a long time ago is that a negative thought and a positive thought can't occupy the same space at the same time. So if I'm ever in a bad mood, just think about things that I'm grateful for.
Is that a key?
That is a key. Ooh.
That's a key, ladies
Jingle,
and
jingle,
gentlemen.
jingle, jingle, jingle. That's a key.
Listen, you and these sound effects. I already added a sound effect with a key.
Come on. I just got to make sure that, man, you know what I'm saying? What? Maybe we need to record that bite so then it's become
No.
jingle, jingle. No. You're going to take that one out, B, eventually, man. I'm telling you.
No. We're not using that as a sound bite.
I'm just saying. But yeah, man, it's like he taught me, anytime you feel bad, anytime you woke up in a bad mood, say 3 things that you're grateful for. Just literally think about it. 3 things you're grateful for. And you have to sometimes think, because if you really think about it, this world is it's geared towards a negative side for some odd reason. And it's easier to think of something bad, but when you got to think of something good, you really have to dig and think about these things.
Yeah.
So, just something to think about as you go through your day. So what do you think about gratitude, or when it comes to gratitude? What comes to your mind?
Every single day, I'm grateful for life.
Ooh.
I always wake up being grateful that I am blessed to see another day.
Yeah.
Not only that, I'm blessed to be able-bodied. I have all my fingers. I have all of my toes.
Yes.
I can move my arms. Like, I'm not paralyzed.
Yes.
I look at people who can no longer walk. I look at people who used to be able to see, but maybe because of an accident, they're blind now. Or they used to be able to hear, and all of a sudden they lose their ability to hear.
That's good.
And that's something that I'm grateful to always have. Like, these certain things that a lot of people take for granted, I'm grateful for all the time. And I remember one time at a previous job, we were going around the room in a morning meeting saying what we were grateful for. And I was saying how I was grateful for being fully able-bodied. And I don't know if it was the way I said it or something I said specifically, but my whole team was like laughing. And it was probably because, like, I'm not going to say what job it was, but because I had a customer at my desk and I noticed that she had prosthetic legs. And I noticed it, I think, when I went to go sit down and I was scooting my chair in. And sometimes when I scoot my chair in at my desk, I'll look underneath to make sure I'm not, like, kicking who's on the other side of the desk or anything like that. But yeah, I noticed she had prosthetic legs, both of them. So it just made me think, like, yo, that could be me. I actually know somebody who lost his leg on the side of the road helping somebody with car trouble. And just to know that when I first met him, he had both his legs and now he only has one because he lost one. Wow. It's just something to think about, like something to really, really think about and be grateful that I still have everything that a lot of people still take for granted.
Yeah. And that's one thing I can say a mentor helped me see, is that there's something that you have right now that somebody is hoping for, praying for, wish that they had. And it's like we take them for granted. Like you said, fingers, hair. Somebody the other day, they said going outside, being able to look at the sky. There's some people right now that don't have the choice to go outside just to go look up at the sky.
Right.
Sometimes we don't even think about that, bro.
That is true.
And it's just, there's so many things that you can be grateful for on a daily basis that will change your perspective. Because, like you said, it's so easy to get down on yourself. It's so easy to feel bad or let life get to you. Right. And you forget that, man, we've actually been blessed with a lot.
Yeah.
We have, and we take them for granted sometimes.
Even with certain freedoms that we have, we take for granted.
Yeah.
There's so many people who are behind bars right now who have been wrongfully accused of something, and they don't have their freedom. They can't just walk outside and look up in the sky and appreciate fresh air. The only time they might be able to see that is an hour a day in the yard.
Come on now.
And they're not there by choice, but they're there because they were wrongfully accused of something.
Yep.
That's something that I think a lot of people do take for granted.
I'll say this. If in the morning times, if you have, or not even just in the morning times, if you have if you have trouble with having good days for some reason, for whatever reason, you find your days are just filled with heaviness. Here's one thing that I think you should apply. In the morning time, before, I heard this, they say you have 17 seconds before thoughts come into your mind. So like when you wake up, there's 17 seconds that you have it's like a clearness. Nothing's in your mind. But 17 seconds before you think about anything else, just start to think about something that you're grateful for. Whatever it is, just start naming off, like you say, your fingers, man. Just like really name off things, and then it should put you in a better mode or a better mood, because it's like, oh shoot, hold on, I feel good now. And then that should bring some momentum to keep going throughout the day. Because like we said in the last episodes of social media, if you wake up getting on social media and then you see, I don't know, some bad news, you taking that momentum and keep going on and on. Ah, man, I just read that. Or, now I'm not really having a great day. You over here telling yourself more bad stuff. Yeah. And then now you're in a funk. And it's hard to get out of that funk versus being in a greater mood and keeping that going. Just something to think about, going through the day to day. I think that'll help. It's
always good to be grateful for the things that you have. Mm-hmm. It just reminds me of a song by William Devon called Just Be Thankful for What You Got. Mm. I'm not a singer, so I'm not going to attempt to sing the song.
Go ahead and give it to us, B.
No. But you know the lyrics. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Just be thankful for what you got.
But that's real.
Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, you may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Yeah. Just be thankful for what you've got.
Ooh, that makes me think of another song. You ever heard the J. Cole Love Yours?
No such thing as a life that's better than yours.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Love yours.
Man, that was a real bar, real keys that he was giving. Like, he was like, you'll see me with a shining Rolex and you'll think that, oh, I don't have no stress. But he was like, yo, look, you got people that's around you right now. He was like, it don't matter about a big house. Now, granted, these are, of course, not the exact words he was saying. I'm butchering it. But he was like, it's no matter about the big house or anything that you have. He was like, it's the people in it that love you dearly that means most. Like, so love yours. No matter what, it's about what you have. There's always something that you have that you can be grateful for. They say comparison is one of the greatest joy stealers. That's not how it exactly went, but it was like...
That is a key, though.
Comparison is a true joy stealer. Think about it. When I'm looking at you and I'm like, dang, I ain't got that shirt. I start to forget that I have on a shirt.
What?
Come on, B. Think about that. Let me run that back. I'm looking at his shirt saying, dang, I don't have that shirt. But I forget because I'm focusing on his shirt, the lack that I don't have, that I forget that I'm wearing a shirt. So don't compare, man. That's going to steal your joy. That's a joy thief.
And for those of y'all who are just listening and not watching, my t-shirt is a black tee that says somebody's son on the chest. So, ladies,
Go ahead, get the plug in there, B.
When y'all thinking about you and somebody's son, just know, I'm gonna look in the camera. Just know, I'm somebody's son. You feel me?
And when I seen that shirt, I was like, yo, that shirt is hard, like for real. But if I'm over here like, man, dang, I wish I had that shirt. I ain't got no nice shirts like that. I forget about what I had. It's that easy, man, to fall into that funk. Practice the power of gratitude. It's something that it's a real thing. Look up books. I still cannot remember this lady's name, but it will begin to change your life and put it in a greater direction. Because I think ultimately we all want to feel good every day. Like we all want to be happy. Like nobody wants to feel bad.
Not at all, man.
Why?
And just to kind of piggyback off of what you said, just like comparison. Mm-hmm. Like when you compare your life to other people, you see something that somebody else has that you may not have yet, but you want. Mm-hmm. It's like, dang, man, I admire your relationship with your wife. Mm-hmm. I wish I had a wife of my own. I admire your apartment. I wish I had this to share with somebody too. Mm-hmm. I can't look at it and be like, dang, Mike's a few years younger than me and he has all this stuff that I don't have. Why would I do that?
Yeah. But that's the thing, though. You could.
I could.
That's the thing.
But it's going to steal my joy just constantly thinking about what it is that you have that I may want. Like, I want to get married one day.
Come on, B.
I want to be able to get a place to share with my wife. You know what I'm saying? And just wake up next to her every single day and just be like, yo, that truly is my best friend. But it ain't my time. You know, that's going to come when it comes. And if it doesn't come at all, I'm cool with it. But I'm sure it's going to come when it comes. Remember, I'm somebody's son. You feel me? I am somebody's son.
But man, B, that makes me think, like, it's a choice. You have a choice to do that.
Yeah.
So literally it's like one of those concepts when they say you can look at the glass half empty or half full.
Correct.
You have the opportunity to use the joy that you have and focus on everything good that's going on in your life and stay optimistic about what's coming in the future. Or you can sit there and focus on everything that you want and that's not necessarily here yet.
Right.
And then you be just, just be in a funk.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, y'all.
I can't afford to do that, man. I absolutely cannot afford to do it. I've done that for way too long, years ago, like just looking at other people's lives. I'm like, man, I'm in my 20s. Why don't I have everything else that somebody my age has? Or now that I'm in my 30s, why do I still not have something that everybody else has? Because now they're on a different level than me. Like, why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't look at other people and compare their lives to yours or your life to theirs.
Yes.
There's no point in that. Just be grateful for what you've got.
Yep.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours.
Come on.
And I'm sure there's a bunch of other songs that touch on that very same subject. But no matter what, I guess it's human nature to constantly look at other people and just kind of compare.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you and I talk a lot about Ferraris. We really want Ferraris.
Yes.
And then we see other people on the street driving Ferraris like, yo, that's going to be my car one day. I wish I had that right now. But you and I both know maybe we're not ready for Ferraris right now.
Yeah, that's real, though.
Maybe we have the cars that we have because that's what we are able to handle at the moment.
Ooh, come on, B.
We definitely can't. Well, I don't want to say can't because in the last episode I said definitely change your vocabulary words.
We ain't on that one. Use another one.
I don't know what to say in this word because I was going to talk about car payments. And car payments on a Ferrari, is that something we can do right now?
Nah, we can't.
I
feel you on that. Okay, you right.
Right.
You right. We don't need that right now. how about we say that? We don't need that right now. Because it is about, I think, I looked it up. It's about a grand or so. What? It's close to $1,000 or so a month for
and
car.
that's not even including insurance, bro.
Oh, come on. Yeah. You already know. That's an extra $500.
Because the car note plus the insurance, that's mortgage.
Yep.
That's mortgage on a home.
Yep.
And we're spending it on a car. And we definitely, at this point of our lives, don't need.
Yep. And that's real. And that's just, and that's the thing about it. It's like, so for right now, wherever you are in your life, there's no mistake at the place that you are because that is what you're able to handle.
Yeah.
So there's no mistake that you have what it is you have and that you can aspire to get the things that you want, but it's going to come in due time.
Because you have to eventually build yourself up to the person that can handle that certain situation or that certain thing.
Boom. Come on now. It makes me think about this podcast, right? Eventually, one day, we want to get to the point where this podcast is bringing in a lot of revenue for us.
Yeah.
But now we're seeing the back end of it, of the grind. Like you say, man, I want to take a nap. But it's a grind behind it.
Ain't no time for that, brother.
Yeah, I still want to nap.
Ain't no time for a nap, brother.
And I still, we see the grind now and everything that it takes. But now it's building endurance in us to see, okay, this is what it takes. And now we're getting better at it. And now we're realizing everything that it takes to get to the place that we're wanting to be. But when we get there, man, we'll be able to handle it because, hey, we done came this far and done all this.
Yeah.
And it's like, now we can do it. We can teach other people too.
Yo, and that's going to be a pivotal moment, not only in our lives, but our career.
Yeah.
Because just knowing that, we started something and we eventually were novices at this something.
Yep.
And then we're working our way up towards pro level at this something, right? When we get enough experience with it, that we can share that knowledge with other people who start off at that novice level.
Come on.
And we can help not only them, but somebody else kind of get towards that pro level. And then it's like an endless cycle. We can keep doing that over and over and over and over and over again to help other people.
Yep.
That's big.
Man,
that's definitely a key. That's Those are keys. There's more than one key. Those are definitely keys.
I'm telling you. Or we could look at this like, man, dang, we gotta sit here and do all this work, and man, we gotta sit here and meet up, and it's taking away my time. Or I can complain endlessly.
Yeah, you can.
It's very easy. Or I can sit here and I can look at it, man. We learning, we growing.
Yeah.
We got a sponsor. We got a sponsor. Like, take all these small wins, man, and add them up and be grateful for them.
And we're definitely starting to put ads in our show now. Like,
yeah. Come on now.
That's something I didn't even think about. Like, I didn't know that was going to happen as fast as it did.
Come on now. We've created something that we now have bringing people into that are now benefiting and growing as we grow.
Wow.
Dude.
That was profound.
Dude. This was in our head. This was in our head one day. Now this is here. I don't take none of this for granted, man.
Neither do I, man.
Come on, man.
And the funny thing about that is like so many people believe I'll believe it when I see it. When they really need to start thinking differently, you have to see it first before you can believe it.
Yeah.
You maybe not see it physically with your eyes, right? Maybe see it with your mind. You got to see it up here.
Yeah.
Every single thing that you can look at now, a couch, this table, this iPad, this laptop, this mic that I'm speaking into, our lighting system behind the cameras that y'all won't be able to see, but even the cars that y'all are riding and listening to us right now, if you're listening to us in the car, those were conceived in people's minds before they ever manifested in the physical world.
Yeah.
Somebody had to think of an automobile first before they could ever manufacture one.
Yep.
That is insane.
Come on, B. And it's like, dude, when you start to be grateful for stuff, one thing I notice is you'll realize how big your world actually is. Like how much you really have. You have more than what you think.
Right.
Like when you start to break down, like remember when we was talking about it earlier and we said eyelids. And you was like, yo, eyelids? Yo, I ain't never even thought about that. Like eyelids though. Your eyelids help you. But it's something that's so small, you don't really think about it. And when you start to name all these things out, you'll be like, yo, I got a lot. I have more than what I thought I had.
So question, with that being said, I'm just thinking of like things that we don't think about and being grateful for.
Okay.
Should I be grateful that I have a beard?
I think so, B. It's a lot. It's a lot of people. First off, it's a lot of people out here right now that's struggling for the beard game. I know a lot of them too. So look, B, be grateful for that. Some people wish they had that right there, B.
Hey, if y'all are out there struggling with a beard, man, just hold on.
I'm telling. Look,
it'll grow.
It's a process.
It's definitely a process.
Cause I remember in high school wishing I had my beard was connected. Wishing that I remember I just had a little sideburn. I was like, yo, please come on, man, just give me the beard. And now I have a beard.
Beard gang.
Beard gang. For real. Shout out to, like you say, man, all the brothers that's trying right now in the mix. Hold on.
Yo, hold on. Stay strong. It'll happen.
Yeah.
There's so many beard companies out here that are offering different solutions, even natural solutions to kind of help you grow your beard. So y'all need to sponsor us too. Straight up.
For real, though.
Like, I don't even want to shout out any names right now until we start getting cut checks.
Nah, for real, though.
You understand?
Because we will try them out.
We definitely will.
Nah, for real, though. And your
I can
joint's
use a little sheen in mine.
Bro, your joint's a lot thicker than mine, bro.
I try. That's all I can really say. Like, I try. I mean, I've had facial hair since the 7th grade.
Oh, dang, brother. You one of the ones. You one of the chosen ones then, brother. You one of the chosen ones.
I've had facial hair since the 7th grade, but like I try to get it cut a certain way and styled a certain way. I need to start using more oils on. I mostly use like vitamin E, but definitely any beard companies out there, beard oil companies, grooming companies out there that want to, reach out to us, and y'all got any advice for us and for any of our listeners that might need help with the beards, hit us up.
They definitely need it, bro.
Yeah.
Telling you, man.
And we would love to review your products.
Yeah.
Just to, help other people out.
Most definitely. I didn't even think of that. That's a good one, B.
That is a great one.
That is, man, for real.
So, watch sponsorships next.
Ooh.
Beard sponsorships. Beard care sponsorships.
And eventually, Ferrari sponsorships.
If Ferrari did sponsorships like that.
Come on, I know. They so, like, tight-knit, man.
Right. You don't even see Ferrari commercials.
Don't.
They don't need sponsorships. The people that can afford them ain't watching TV.
You're right.
Message.
Not key.
That's a major key.
Not key.
That's a definite major key.
Yikes.
The people who can afford Ferraris don't even watch TV. And if they do watch TV, it's not as much as the rest of us.
Definitely ain't. It's a message behind that, y'all.
Message.
You gotta put that one in there, yo. That's a good one.
I'll put that in one episode,
Yeah.
but I'll keep using that.
Message.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So, moral of the story is to be grateful. Every morning, wake up, tell yourself some things. You got 17 seconds before your mind probably go to the thing that you was thinking about before you went to sleep. So if it wasn't something good, focus on something good. And you can find that good by telling some things that you're grateful for.
Right.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, though, you know what time it is.
What time is it?
Man, it's the time for them answers of the week.
Whoa.
But before we say the answers, B, what was the question?
The question was, what is your purpose, or what are you passionate about? So we had several people answer on our IG story. And Mike, let's go ahead and read what the people had to say.
All right. Our first answer, it said, oh, what good one. Spread positivity and show others that anything is possible.
Okay. That came from Victoria. Shout out to you, Victoria.
Shout out to you. The next answer said, being a great mother.
That's a good one.
I like
that
that.
came from my cousin Deja. Much love to you, family.
Shout out Deja. The next one said, we must act out our passion before we can feel it.
Wow.
Ah.
That one was a great one.
The next one said, help young men see their potential, grow financially and musically. Ooh.
Shout out to the homie Will.
Wow.
Will is definitely doing major things when it comes to music, brother. And that was a great answer, Will. And I greatly appreciate you for answering the question of the week.
Yeah, for
I
real.
greatly appreciate all of you guys so far who have answered the question of the week.
Seriously, we do. We really do. And then the last one that we had was, they said, I aspire to inspire. My passion is helping people evolve into better versions of themselves, end quote.
Shout out to Sauce Brady. That came from him, from the Roll Up Podcast. So
Shout out to the Roll Up Podcast.
shout out to the Roll Up Podcast.
They be showing us love.
Most definitely.
Yeah. And the final answers is from us. What is it? What's yours?
Well, my passion, or my purpose rather, I think we did touch on this quite a bit in the actual episode, but I'll
Just
talk
a
about it
recap
a
for
little
the
bit.
people.
Just a brief recap. My passion is to help others. My passion is also to meet new people, and I feel like that is my purpose because it's something that I do on a regular basis, and it never wears me out. It never tires me out. Like I can do that every single day and not get paid for it. I love helping people, and I'll never forget a moment where I met this young lady at a conference a few years ago. She was in town from Houston, Texas, and she was having car trouble one night with her rental, and she didn't really know anybody in the area. So who did she call at 3 o'clock in the morning to help her out? Me. Because when we met, I gave her the number, and she was grateful for the help. I went to pick her up and took her to her destination. And no funny business happened that night for all you nasties that are thinking of something.
You little nasty.
Somebody want this.
Somebody gonna do it. But, she was just grateful for it. And it was no problem. Like, whenever people are in need, like, if I can help, I will definitely help.
That most definitely is your purpose as far as speaking to people. I've seen you do it. You're very good at it. And it's like, that's not easy. I know when you do it, it seems like, yo, this is in you. But, like, from an outside perspective looking in, it's not always easy. So,
Right.
dude, I salute you for that. I can
Thank
most
you.
definitely tell.
Thank you.
My purpose is to uplift, inspire, and encourage. I think I have a gift of positivity that allows me just to always think of the good side of everything. And in return, it allows me to, when I'm speaking to people, or more so when I'm listening to people, I can give them something to uplift them and encourage them to keep them going on, because there's a good side to everything. Everything ain't negative all the time. So sometimes people just clouded by everything they have going on, and something in me allows them to, hey, you ain't got to see that. Look at this right here.
Right.
Just change their perspective or their focus so they can keep going.
That's a good one. And definitely, brother, you've been very inspirational. I've said this before, like, even before you started making YouTube videos on your own, your words are really encouraging.
Thank you.
And that's something that is within you that a lot of people just can't do. And I really don't like saying the word can't, but that situation, was definitely warranted. But That's just something that a lot of people, even if they could do, they're not willing to do. They're not willing to step outside their comfort zone to do that for others. But you,
thank you.
You're a rare individual.
Thank you. That's you. It's crazy you say that word because that's one of the things I ask for.
What word?
Rare. I ask to be rare. Like I literally say I want to be rare, and that's thank you.
You're welcome.
I do appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean that's the truth, man. Like I'm definitely not lying about that. You are a rare individual.
I appreciate that, man.
You're welcome.
And if I want to extend some more gratitude to you, my brother, I do want to just say thank you for editing the podcast and the job that you do, because that is not forgotten. Because I know it's a lot of work. That is like you pulling 10-hour shifts and then you coming home and pulling 10-hour shifts. Yeah.
Because there was one time it actually took me 10 hours to put the podcast together.
So for real, brother, I'm very grateful, man, for you holding it down until I get this iPad to keep us going as far as the editing game and alleviate some of that pressure, man.
I greatly appreciate that. I can't wait till that day comes. I definitely can't wait. Oh man, I get a day off of editing. I love it. 2 days off, 3 days. Yeah, I love that.
For real though. Nah, I want to do that, man. But yeah, I thank you for that though.
Yeah, no problem.
But thank you all for that have given us the answers, and just like last week, we're gonna give you another one this week.
Most definitely.
Right
Got
back.
Another question lined up for you.
You want to tell them what the question is, B?
Sure.
What is the question for this week? Drum roll.
The question of the week this week is: if you were stranded on a deserted island, what would be the one thing that you would bring?
Bruh. You stupid.
Yo, hold on. I was not expecting that. The way that you just looked at the camera. If y'all are just listening to the audio, I'm gonna need y'all to make sure you watch a few of our episodes instead of just listening to the audio. Please watch so y'all can see everything from the facial expressions to the head movement, like the nods and everything like that. I mean, and most definitely, like if y'all are not watching us on YouTube, you need to go ahead and check us out on YouTube and subscribe.
Please do.
Subscribe to the channel, and you guys will not regret watching our content, especially our blooper videos.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm currently working on another one, putting another one together right now for y'all, so y'all can laugh again at some of the behind the scenes.
Yeah. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be part 3, right?
Part 3.
Part 3.
So y'all can already watch bloopers part 1 and part 2 on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and check us out, Residual Impact Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and click that bell notification so you never miss a video upload from us.
Come on.
And you can definitely watch every single podcast episode, even if you've heard it already.
Yeah.
Maybe you just listen to the audio and you've never watched the video. Go ahead and check the video out.
Yeah, please.
So you can actually see what we look like. And when you get to this episode, you can see the shirt because, remember, I am somebody's son. You understand? Somebody's son.
Yo, that's hard. Oh, but you know what I just thought about?
What's poppin'?
You know, I'm grateful for this. This is how I know we're making some moves. If you go to YouTube now and you just type in Residual Impact, guess who pops up first now?
Who that?
We do.
What?
Before we had this, I typed in Residual Impact and somebody else completely popped up. We are the first.
And that wasn't even their name.
Come on, B. We are the first video that pops up now anytime you type in Residual Impact. You ain't got to put it in podcast.
Consistency is key, man.
Gotta love it.
Consistency is definitely key. So make sure y'all are checking us out on YouTube. Go ahead and type that in. So that now anybody types in Residual Impact, we pop up.
We do. You're going to see our faces. Gotta love us.
Gotta love us.
Yeah. But make sure that y'all answer the question of the week. I think that's a very interesting one.
It is a very interesting one. Yeah. So interesting that I don't even know what I would bring.
I don't know either. I'm going to be real with you.
I mean, I can't say I'd bring a cell phone because I'm sure I wouldn't have any service. Maybe I would love to bring my dog, but I don't know what I'm going to be able to feed her on the island.
I think we're going to get a lot of responses from this one.
I sure hope so. It makes you think.
It does.
Let's just say I'll definitely have an answer for y'all next week.
Okay.
Because I can't think of one right now. And I know the answer that you were initially going to say.
Yeah.
And it was a cop-out.
Yeah. I
think it was a cop-out, so I'm glad that you can't say that one this time.
I'm going to think of one a little bit more in depth. I got y'all.
Just to enlighten the people, which one were you going to say?
I was going to say my wife. That was all I needed. You know, it's gonna be us. Look, we was gonna be just me and her. We would have procreated. You know, did what we had to do, and I don't know what we did about food or nothing like that, but at least we would have had each other.
Yeah, and it's a good one. Don't get me wrong, it's a good one. But I think that one is too easy.
I think it's too easy. I do.
It definitely didn't make you think.
I do agree. At all. I do agree.
And these questions are to make you guys think. So,
provoking.
Yeah, definitely make sure that you put some thought into this. And we're definitely going to put it up on our Instagram. We're going to put it up on Snapchat, Twitter, the whole nine. So be sure to check us out and go ahead and answer the question when we put it up. I really can't say enough. Thank y'all so much for those of you who constantly and consistently answer the question of the week.
Yes, thank you.
Every single week since we started it.
Yes.
Because it really lets us know that not only are you guys watching us, but y'all are like paying attention. Y'all love us. Y'all appreciate us. And we appreciate you right back.
We really do.
You understand? So with that being said, this is another episode wrapped up. Number 8.
Ocho.
Yo, we're about to be on 9.
We are. Come on now.
That's crazy.
Started from 0.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, you already know. Where you are today is a residual outcome of the thoughts you had in the past.
Couldn't have said it any better myself.
Till next time.
Peace.
Peace.